Hi guys, welcome to the flight tonight as we are down in Zurich and we're going to be doing a flight to Geneva with the 737-800 Zebo, and we've got the latest version installed, and we're going to be leaving at runway 34 and we'll be arriving on runway 04 for the ILS. We're going to be having a look at our departure, and we'll be taking out on the Vedic 1 Kilo and arriving on the Hermes 1 Papa. Transition at Golf 502, and we'll intercept the ILS from Indis, which will be the last right turn onto the 044. So we've got Reshade in, we've got Orthos, managed to get the Reshade working, so today should be a really nice scenic flight for you guys. So don't forget to like and subscribe, leave your comments down below. Help us get to that 2k subscriber goal, and now we can get into the cockpit and start the aircraft up ready for our departure out of runway. So we're in the 737-800 now. So we'll go ahead and put our battery on and guarded, standby power is guarded, and ground power can go to on. After that we'll arm the emergency lights, we'll get our chimes in, we'll light up the cabin so we can get everything all set for us ready to go. We'll light up everything on here, get our panel lighting up, as I have a few Reshade presets that I made from ages ago, and they were still on the PC when I went to install Reshade, so that was quite handy not having to do them again. We'll put our window heats on, put the trim air on with the packs, put the one pump on, get the APU started. After that we'll go and line the IRSs, got the cabin light on to bright, test our max speed warnings, stall tests, flaps, go down below, do our fires, okay, so go and test the TCAS. We can't test it in this, but we can in 300. So now that's all in, we'll get the APU lead on, get our anti-collisions on as well. We'll go in and get the FMC all set up. So for our position we're going from Lima Sierra Zulu Hotel for Zurich. See if we've got anything there yet. Okay, so we're going into that now. Turn it from the left GPS, and we should align. There we go, so we're all good there. So we're going from Zurich down into Geneva. On the departure we're taking runway 34 and we're going out on the Vedic 1 Kilo. There it is. From Vedic we're then going to head down on the Tango 50 airway, which will take us to Orthos, and then from Orthos we've got the Zulu 669, which is then going to take us to Almez, and then from Almez we're going to be coming in for the Almez 1 Papa. Okay, there she's all set. We're going to our perf now. We've got the aircraft already set up. Cost index is going to be 55. Going for flight level of 210, which is set. We've got 127 at 013, and ISAT is going to be minus 25. Okay, go to our M1 limit. You can take off number 1, you can derate, and we'll go full on our climb. Take flaps 5, which gives us a 139, a 140 and a 147. Okay, which is set. We can activate the flight directors going to be leaving out on the 34 runway, which is going to be right down here, leaving out on the 333, elevation 1385, and down in Geneva it's 1415, I think. We can have a look. Let's go get the airport. Okay, so for runway 04 it's 1407, so we'll leave that 1400. Okay, which is set. We can switch over the buses now for the APU. Put the APU in on with the bat. We can get our fuel pumps over with the yaw damper. Put on our probes as we'll be going in a minute, along with our electrics. After that, we get our centre of gravity, which is 28.4. Just goes to 4.75, which is practically just about there. That'll do. Okay, so we are now all set to go. We can put in the clobber. There you are, let's have a look. As we leave out. So Clotton is 11485. Okay, there's Clotton. So we're practically now all ready to go. We can call the tug, get ready to go out, and we'll be going for flight level of 210. Okay. So we can now tell everyone to disappear, and we can now call the tug ready to leave Zurich.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect, set, parking brake. Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Okay, so we can release the parking brake. Okay, so we've been cleared to start the engines. So what we can do is we can go for engine number 2. Position lights on. So start valves open. We'll see that the oil pressure will come to life, as we say, N2 will go 25%, and then EGT will come to life once we introduce the fuel. So 25%, now let the right fuel come in, and as you can see EGT is starting to rise now, which tells us that the aircraft has started engine number 2. So when we do come out, whilst we wait for that, be out on the 340. Okay. Just set 333. Go ahead and start engine number 1. Start valves now open. Okay, so yeah,
Operation complete. Please set parking brake.
Okay, so we go ahead and start the parking brake.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Okay, whilst we wait for that, we'll drop our flaps 5. Now we'll do our checks. So full left, full right, full forward, full back, rudder left and rudder right. If we have a look at Zurich, we can see that we're going to basically taxi on ahead. We'll then make a left onto Echo. We'll then taxi all the way down to Echo 8, where we'll cross the hold and then line up for runway 34. So we are now all set to go. So we'll just get the controls and then we can taxi on out. The Reshade, all the presets are my own, as I used to do quite a lot of fiddling around with the Reshade presets, trying to get the right balance for different scenes. And there was a few on the computer that was all ready. So auto brake can go to RTO, we can arm the ONAV and VNAV and the auto throttle. We can now switch over the buses, we can turn the packs back on, we put the isolation valve to auto, the APU bleed can go off with the APU. Go to the Gen 1 now, we can turn our taxi lights on, turn our loader on for the fun of it, and we've got our position light, which is steady. So we're all ready to go now. So what we can do is we can release the brake and we'll power on up to runway 34. And we will do a wing view flight of this flight as well, as we've got the Reshade and we're using the Orthos too. So we're going to basically come down, we'll pass link 4, we'll make a left turn onto Echo. So make a left here. We'll now cross the runway and then just make a right turn onto Echo. Approaching near to Echo 8. Deep rate to take off 1. Here's Echo 8 right here, where we're going to basically turn right. Okay, so start to slow the aircraft down, reset our views. Okay, so ready to pass the hold line of Echo 8. Power on up now, go line up on the runway. Okay, so put our runway turn-offs on, turn our strobes to steady wing and
flight attendants prepare for takeoff, please.
So I think it's 3.3 DME from the Clo VOR.
Okay,
we'll
the
go
cabin
into
is
that
clear.
left turn
Have a good flight.
off of the 333. We'll get the sit up just before we take off. So here we are now. Now we've got the Orthos in, we'll fly a lot more day flights, because I don't really like the standard scenery with X-Play, and now I've got the reshade in. Things should look so much more better. So auto brake set to RTO, flaps are 5, and we are all ready to go. Everything looks all good down here. One good look overhead, make sure everything's all good. So we'll turn on our landing lights now, and we'll get the sit up, which is right here. So we're going to the 242 and then the 190. Okay, so can release the brakes, go to 40%, and toga. Airspeed live.
80 knots.
Check. Throttle hold. 100 knots. Ease back on the column.
V1, rotate.
Rotate.
Positive rate.
Gear up.
.400.
Check. So, as we come up now, we'll be going on to the 242. As we now leave Zurich.
1000.
Check. So, turn the auto brake off. We can turn the gear off as well. 3,500, I think, is before we make the turn. It's 210 knots before we can go any faster. So there's 3004. Got flaps 1. Okay, so we'll lift the aircraft slightly and go flaps up now. So we can try and stay with the 220. So we go to 242 now. Just lift the aircraft up slightly, just so it can stay with the 210 restriction. Okay, 242, which is set. And then we'll go on to the 190. Get them lovely views with the Orthos. Looks so good. Okay. Into 210, flaps up. Okay. QNHs can go to standard now. And now I can start to speed up. Passing through 7,400 feet. It's a little rocky. Can't be too bad. As we head up now to 250. Flight director is only asking us to pitch down so we can speed up a little more. I don't want to make the speed up too quick, otherwise we're going to have to raise the nose quite a bit. So there's 240 now. Start switches can go to continuous as well. As we move into that right turn, in just a few moments. So passing 10,000 feet now. Go ahead and turn all of our lights on. Okay. Got the seatbelts. Now we'll swing back in that right turn.
Please recheck the security of your seatbelt.
Passing through 11,000. Let the aircraft now take control. And the ONAV and VNAV will now fly the aircraft. So we get a look at some of the amazing views out the window.
Seatbelt sign is still on. Please remain seated. When the captain does turn off the sign, feel free to stand up and stretch your legs at that time. However, we do ask while you're in your seat, please keep your seatbelt fastened at all times in case we do encounter any unexpected clear or turbulence. And for everyone's safety, please make certain all your personal belongings are free and clear of the aisle. You may now use all approved personal electronic devices.
Okay, so after takeoff, air conditioning and pressurization is set. Engine start switches are continuous. Landing gear is up and off. Got our auto brake, which is off. And we've got our altimeters, which are set to standard with our landing lights up as well. Okay, so passing through 16,008, not too far from our top of climb. Then we've got our top of descent, past Umes. And then by the time we come down, let's make sure that it's got 15,000 below. We come in as our 15,000 below the GG512. We've got Golf 502 for that right turn, which will be 220. Okay, so we're at 210 now. So what we can do is we'll go to our takeoff cinematics, and then once we come back, we'll be at top of descent, ready to come down for the RNAV onto 04 at Geneva. So on our anti-ice now, which is fine. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys when we get back for our top of descent. So I'll see you in a minute. Hi guys, welcome back to the flight deck. Right now we're going to start to make our descent in around just over 10 miles time. We're now going to start slowing down onto our restrictions. Okay, so let's speed brakes back in now. As we're going to be descending in just a few moments, and we'll be going down to 250, flight level 15 by the Golf 512. We'll be turning left onto the 207. And we'll be all set up to come in. So we'll set up the channels for the approach once we go to our top of descent. As we get ready to come down into lovely Geneva. So, start switches are continuously going onto flight. Go in and get the ASUS. So, whilst we wait for that, we're just about to go into that top of descent. Then we'll start to descend down. So we can do our descent checklist. Pressurization, land altitude is set, anti-ice is on, the approach, briefing and fuel is discussed, speed and altitude bugs is okay. So we're passing now 190. Start switches are continuous. We'll go for auto brake number 2. Okay, so we'll slow the aircraft right down now. 50. And we turn on our fasten seatbelts as we get ready. ILS 404. So we're going to transition that in this and come down onto the ILS. So there's 250 now. 16,000 just passing as we get ready to come in for lovely Geneva. So I'm going to slow the aircraft down just a little bit more, as we need to be at 220 by the time we reach down onto that right turn at Indus for the Golf 502, and Geneva's 11175. So we get the ILS now, which is fine. Slow it down, 110.10. Set. And set on the first officer side too. Let's speed brakes in now. And we'll tell the aircraft to follow the path as we want it to come down. Don't worry about the speed too much, as we can control it ourselves. So making our way up 13,000. We're going to start coming down in just a second. And what we can do is we can get up our approach once we are on the ILS. So if I stand at 210 and get the aircraft to start coming down, let's take out the vector. Okay, which is fine. We know there's going to be a steep descent after Belka. So the aircraft will start coming down now. Go down to the flaps up. And we're well within range of when we come down. So go get our minimums in now for the airport. So the ILS is the 110 1.10 on the ILS. 110.9, we put in the 110.10. So that would have been disastrous, which is always good to double check. So 110.90. And there we can see as the aircraft now starts to go into its further descent, so then we can make it down for 04. So we've got auto brake number 2. We've got our engine start switches which are continuous. Our minimums for the approach is going to be 1617 for a 206. So get that in on the barrow. There we go, 1617. And we'll go do that on the first officer side as well, as we are coming down now. .617, which is set. On our courses, we've got the 043, but it's 044, which is set. Which is also set. So we've got our start switches which are continuous. We get the QNH for the runway now. Which I shouldn't think it would have changed. Passing through 11,009 now. 806, Balka 6002, that will be on the ILS by then, which is fine. So backtracking the runway now, currently 6.3 DME, as we get ready to make that right turn onto Indis, that will then intercept for the ILS. So checking the charts, you can see that we are right here now, following the 223, and then we'll move on to the 313 and then the 044, which is right here, 6,000. We'll come down, and on our speeds, taking flaps 3148 plus 5153, so we'll be around 750 to around 800 feet, around 790 I'd say. So we're all ready to go, ready to come in. We can check our DME out as well as we come in. So we're all set to come in now, ready for that right turn onto the 303, 313. And then backtrack onto the 044. So start switches are continuous, which is set. We've got our 10,000 feet now, so we can get everything on, which is set. We've got the ILS course frequency, which is the 111.90, which is cross-checked on either side, and in the FMC, the 043 course, which is the 044 on the charts, but we'll run it with the sim. Barrow is 1617 for a 206 decision. Okay, so we're going to flight change now. Let's get the aircraft down to 6,000 feet. Down on the speed brake. So So passing 9,000 feet now. Go collect the QNHs. Okay, 1023, which was as normal. Okay, now we'll slow the aircraft down to 180. Now we'll go flaps 5. Now we'll continue the descent down. So we'll go down to 171 for flaps 5, now we're going to the 313. Which is set. So just as we pass Indus, we'll be at Indus for 7,000. By slowing our rate of descent. By slowing the aircraft down, we can then descend a little more quicker. Not take up too many miles. So coming around onto the 313 and then we're on the 044. Flaps are down, number 5. Get everything here. So for our approach, altitude and instruments are set and cross-checked. Approach aids are checked and set, which is also set as well. You can set the localizer for now. And then we'll set the approach once the glide slope comes in. So there's a glide slope.
1,000 to go.
Turn around, going down to 6,000 anyway. 7,000 Indus, just passing now. The localizer will then intercept. Now LNAV and then 6,000. So the aircraft will now go into its right turn. Activate the approach. So we've got the single channel established as the aircraft will just come around now and chase the localizer. There's Geneva in sight. Stay at 171 until we get a little bit closer. We're still 16 miles out. Okay, so the aircraft will now backtrack onto the 044. It is the 44 really, but we'll keep it as a similar to 043. So there's a glide slope. And we'll start to come down now. Okay, so Reshade kicked in just in time. So we're coming down now. Go to flaps 10. So we've got a speed brake which is armed, auto brake is set number 2. We've got our V speeds, flaps 30, 148, 153, plus 5. After that we've got our altimeters which is 1023 and a 617 on the barrow for a 206 decision. And we're coming in on the 043 for the 110.90 for the ILS. So we are now fully established.
2,500.
And we're 11 miles from the airport. miles in, we're established on the glide slope and the VOR lock. There's 10 degrees, we can turn the anti-ice off now. And we go gear down, flaps 15. So we're all established. Everything looking nice. We'll go down to flaps 30 now. 153. So as we are now practically established, what we can do is we'll do a bit of manual flying. So we disconnect the autopilot and we disconnect the auto throttle, and now I have control of the aircraft. Okay, we're aiming for around 800 feet.
2,500.
See, we've got a little bit of wind as well, so 950, around 800 feet. It's just a little rocky. 2 red, 2 white. I'll pitch just a little. To stay on par with the glide path. Okay, there's a 153, we can ease back the throttles a little. There we go, as we come back to capture the glide path. Round established, still 2 red, 2 white, coming in nice. Again, we want around 800 feet per minute, just to stay on the glide path, just a little lower, maybe 100 foot increments, just to capture it back. Okay, so we use a bit of left rudder now, just to get ourselves over. Just a little.
1,000 feet, stabilized, Mr. Perch, altitude set.
Okay, glide slope should come back now, as we are fully established and ready for landing. Okay, just ease up a little.
400. 300. Approaching minimums. 200. Minimums.
Continue.
100. 50. 40, 30, 20, 10.
Okay, speed brakes are up and reversers are active.
$80 knots.
Check. Reversers can go back in. And there we are, guys, down in Geneva. Lovely arrival. Lovely Orthos. Okay, autobrake can be disarmed and turned off. As we now get ready to vacate.
For all your personal belongings you brought on board with you today, and use caution when opening the overhead compartment. Thank you for flying with us today. We hope you had a pleasant experience. We look forward to serving you again. Thank you,
Okay.
and have a pleasant afternoon.
Let speed brakes back in, and we'll let the flaps back up as well. And there we are, guys. Welcome to Geneva. So speed brakes are retracted, and our flaps are being retracted as we speak. We've got the auto brake, which is off. Once we do taxi back, we'll check our charts now, just to have a look. So we're going to come off now Bravo, take a left, and then come down to the south apron, so power on up. And there we are, guys. So I hope you enjoyed the landing. Join me when we taxi back to the gate, as we'll do our landing cinematics in just 1 second. Let's get the APU started. Turn our taxis, runway tunnels can go off, landing lights can go off as well. And the wheel well, and put our strobes to steady. And we just made it for the turn off. So APU's starting up now as we taxi off to then taxi to the gate. So don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. Leave your comments down below. Help us get to that 2K subscriber goal, and I'll see you when we get back for our flight of the night. Down on for the ILS runway 04 on the 737-800 Zebo. So I'll see you when we get back. And there we are, guys, down in Geneva for the flight of the evening. Don't forget to like and subscribe, as we'll be using Orthos in every flight now. As now we've got the Reshade back in as well, up and running, so it should bring the sim back to life. So don't forget to like and subscribe, leave your comments down below, helps get to that 2k subscriber goal. And I'll see you all very soon for the next available flight, which will be on Friday. So I'll see you guys very soon. Bye bye.